In this video, we are going to be discussing the breaking news that Wang just dropped, which is basically the 6'9s are gone. Yeah, bro, the 6'9 point guards are gone. Very important. How do I feel about this? Honestly, it's not a shock to the system, bro. I was low-key kind of expecting this. I mean, let's be honest. Magic Johnson, yes, he was 6'9, but I mean, how many other 6'9 point guards do we have in the NBA? LaMelo, you can argue, is like 6'8 at best. He's not 6'9, so we don't have that many 6'9 PGs in the game. So I kind of had a feeling that 2K was going to patch this eventually. So obviously, RIP, I have a 6'9. As you guys can see, this is my 6'9 in the background that's going to be playing with some randoms. I mean, again, my thoughts are, it's not that surprising. I'm not too bothered about it. I mean, if you're going to be crying about 6'9s being gone in the game, don't forget you can still make it at the shooting guard. So Mike Wang did confirm all the heights for the game. So if you don't know, this year, the max height for the point guard is going to be 6'8. The shooting guard is going to be 6'9. The small forward are going to be 6'11, which I am going to touch up in a minute. The power forward 7 foot as usual, and surprisingly to a lot of people, the centers are going to be 7'3. Now I know some people, you guys were expecting the centers to be 7'5 because of Victor, but again, we don't have that many 7'5 players in the NBA. I appreciate Victor is one in a lifetime player. But I think what 2K is trying to do is they're trying to figure out how Victor's gonna play this year, and I feel like Victor is overpowered this year and he plays as expected. They are probably going to add an additional height to 2K25, but obviously it's his first season. We don't know how he's going to play. Touch wood, it doesn't happen, no injuries or whatever, but he might get injured, you know what I'm saying? And then what? We just have 7'5s in the game and there's no Victor in real life. So yeah, I think that's a big W for 2K to not add the 7'5 this year. Wait to see how things are going to go. Now, the one thing I am going to talk about very quickly that, it's a big W for me. You guys already know I have a 6'11 small forward, my Giannis build, and I've tweaked that. But I have tweaked that build. You guys don't know how many times in the builder. I've sat in that builder, and I still think the 6'11 is going to be overpowered this year. Now, let me break the reason down to you guys. A lot of you guys out there want to make centers that don't have strength, okay? If you're planning to make a center that doesn't have strength, my advice to you is just make a small forward. You're just going to be as overpowered. Obviously, please put some shooting on it. If you make a small forward 6'11, you don't have to have as much strength as an actual center. So essentially what I do with my 6'11 small forward is I make them like a center. So they're like a third defender, rebounder, but they're not a center, because you're going to be much faster than a center because you can go minimum weight on 6'11. And if you guys don't know, your weight goes faster depending on the position. So for example, if the game allows a 6'11 point guard, which it won't, you're going to be faster than a 6'11 small forward because your weight is going to be lower. You can go lower on the weight. So if you want to be very quick, very agile, very versatile, I'm very curious to see what 2K is going to do with the defense though, because if 2K allows the 6'10s to get clamps, which this year they didn't, again, that's another W. If 2K allows the 6'10 to get clamps, you already know I'm making that Ben Simmons lockdown build at the small forward. So for me, eventually it's going to be between the 6'11 and the 6'10 small forward. I am going to, seriously look at the stats. If I'm going to stay off rip from what I'm thinking right now, I am still leaning towards more the 6'11. That's what I'm looking forward to. Obviously, centers are still going to be 7'3. They've talked about, the post scorers being overpowered this year. You guys already know I'm looking forward to that. The other thing Mike Wang mentioned as well on his Twitter page, I'm also going to be going on there for you guys to have a look, is in terms of the shot meters. He mentioned there are going to be 10 new shot meters. I can't speak right now. There are going to be 10 new shot meters to choose from. There's going to be lots of customization options to control the placement and the size too. Several cool new green effects coming to 2K24. Again, these are for the people that use the shot meter. You guys already know we are no shot meter gang. I don't know how y'all be using the shot meter, bro. Like, it gives me anxiety every time I shoot with the shot meter, and every time I see it come up, bro, I'm choking up, bro. I'm nervous. So I'd rather not have that pressure of having to look at my shot meter every time I'm shooting. I understand for some people it works better for them because of the delays, lags, for whatever reason. Some people just feel. I've got a friend that he never shoots without the shot meter, bro. He loves shooting with the shot meter every single time. Now Mike Wang did mention this a couple of days back, yesterday, in terms of the rec bots. He did say they're going to be noticeably better when it comes to their shots. We don't, he said he wanted them to be competent but not overpowered. For me personally, I just think, bro, no. let them be a bit overpowered. Not overpowered to the point where they're dunking on dudes. Like, you can't just stop them in the paint. But I do think they need to be a little bit just overpowered slightly, because the last thing I want is for guys to be getting double teamed and triple teamed because there's an AI. So that's a big W from them. The other thing Mike mentioned as well is that he said they're having an internal debate in terms of how much adrenaline should be penalized on defense. What do you guys think about that? How much should adrenaline be penalized on defense? You know, I think they're looking, 5, then 10%, then 2 bars. What do you guys think? I'm not quite sure. I think having adrenaline on defense and offense is definitely going to make the game a lot more fun, a lot more interesting, because you're gonna you have to conserve, you have to kind of choose when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. So there's a lot of cool features for 2K24 that I'm definitely excited to. In terms of the pass styles, there were 7 pass styles in 2K23. You guys know we got the Magic Johnson, the fundamentals, the LaMelo, the Jason Williams at 90, which for some reason Jason Williams has 90 passing, but it's the worst passing style in the game. Like, my friend, I don't know why, my point guard, he made a build of 92 passing and he kept using that Jason Williams, and that pass style is so trash. I had to beg him to take it off. That was one of the worst pass styles in the game. So now we're gonna go from 7 in 23 to 14 in 24. So we're gonna have 7 additional new pass styles, and I'm very, very interested to see how that's gonna play out. Very, very interesting from my end. And I think in terms of the final thing as well, like I said, Mike wants to talk about the shot meters. What do you guys think about all this stuff? For me, like, I want to go back to the 6'11". The 6'11 is the height that, I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. You guys already know. I love my, my super tall small forwards. I am going to be making either as... Again, I will be making multiple builds this year, as much as I hate to admit it. There's no way I can play 2K the entire year and just make one hype build. I'm very curious to see what they do with the 7.2s and the 7.3s this year. What animations they can get, how would they be different from 2K23? Because if they're not going to be any different, if things are going to stay the same, you guys already know I am going to be making a 7.2 center, because 7.2 centers, in my opinion, are better than the 7.3 centers. Obviously, people are going to debate about that, but that's just my personal preference. 7-foot power forward, that's a big W. But again, my thinking is this: if I can make a 6'11 small forward, why would I need to make a 7-foot power forward? I am telling you guys, if you guys are thinking of making a build, you don't want to, put a lot of strength in it, definitely recommended at the 6'11. Look at the 6'11 stats first before going to the power forward 7-foot, or even the power forward 6'11. You're better off making that 6'11 small forward, being super fast. You're going to be so annoying everywhere. You can probably, guard a PG sometimes, be in the paint to help your centers. Like, it's going to be a very versatile build. So I'm very interested to see, what the animations are going to be like, what the limitations of the build are also going to be like. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about the 6'9 being gone? Again, I mean, it's not surprising. I'm kind of happy, but then you can make a 6'9, shooting guard anyway, so it's not the biggest deal in the universe. You guys already know these full squads, they go to the wreck as a team. So if the 6'9s are still overpowered, they'll just go to the wreck with a bunch of shooting guards rather than point guards. But I do think capping this, the point guard at 6'8 is a big W from Mike Wang. So shout out to them. The game is sounding exciting so far, man. Obviously, we still know about the VC, battle pass prices and all that stuff. We're going to review all of that once the game comes out. But in the meantime, look, the key thing we can say is they're putting an effort into the game. They're trying the hardest to give us the best gameplay so far. And I think to them, that's probably justifying the VC they're putting into the game, because they are making a lot of changes. A lot of suggestions we put into the game, they are listening to it. And I'm very, very happy about that. So, you guys let me know. What are your thoughts about all these changes? What build, what height you guys thinking right now? Now that you guys have confirmed heights, what are you planning to make for 2K24? Anyways, man, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.